Welcome back to Hot Takes, my boys. It's the MMA series I'm doing where y'all submit to me your controversial MMA and UFC hot takes and opinions, and we go over them. But today, episode 10, I appreciate y'all that we're making it this far. In honor of that, we're doing something a little bit different. We're talking about one of the biggest conversations in MMA right now, and that is the GOAT list. Everybody and their mother is posting their UFC GOAT list, but I wanted to hear from the people. I wanted to hear y'all's GOAT list, so I asked y'all to submit me your top 5, your top 10, or your top 20, or somewhere in between, and that's what we're going to be going over today. And now, obviously, the GOAT list is probably the most subjective thing in the sport. Like, it really is up to every single person individually to like the list is what you make it, but obviously there's some, I would say, more right opinions than others, like everyone who has Khabib at number 1, or everyone who doesn't have, like, Volkanovski or Makhachev in their top 20. Like, there's some crazy takes, but in general, like, the GOAT list is what you make it. And I'm not saying that my opinion is the right opinion. It's probably fucking not. Everybody's GOAT list is their own opinion. My opinion is not the end all be all, but I am going to be going over a lot of y'all's today. I'm going to be rating them 1 to 10 as well. Let's not take any offense here, all right? Like, I'm not trying to be overly picky with it or anything like that, because it is everybody's opinion, but I thought it'd be a little more interesting. We're going to be rating them from 1 to 10, all right? And I'm not just going to use, like, all of my personal opinion. Like, I'm going to try and be as objective as I can with it. I'm going to keep it a little lighthearted. I'm not trying to cook the fuck out of y'all, but you know what I'm saying. So that is pretty much going to be the gist of it. I appreciate it to everybody who submitted any of your lists in. So let's start off with Dustin Poirier GOAT, man. Rest in peace to the diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. GSP at number 1. That's pretty fucking fair, but you're putting Jones at 2 immediately. All right, that's kind of setting the bar for your tone here. Volkanovski at 3. Demetrius Johnson at 4. You still have him in the Mount Rushmore. DC at 5. Makhachev at 6. Khabib at 7. You got him high up there. Pantoja at 8. Yeah, I see you. I don't agree with it, but I see you. Let's get into this. 9 for Merab. 10 for Pereira. Alex fucking Pereira. I see you. I don't agree with it, but I see you. You're setting the bar. 11 for Stipe. 12 for Vittorio. 13 for Usman. 14 for Izzy. Jesus Christ. 15 for Aldo. Honorable mentions: Holloway, Dustin, Francis. So let's just pick out a few fucking things here, okay? What I like that you put GSP as the GOAT. I like that John Jones is that silver medal. Get the fuck out with that. I appreciate that. I don't mind that at all. Volk at 3, totally fair. DJ at 4, in my opinion, is really fucking high. Like, I understand that a few years ago that was the norm. If you didn't have the same top 4 as everybody fucking else, you were the goddamn outcast singing Hey Ya or some bullshit. But DJ in 4, nowadays, I feel like a lot of people still have him in their top 10 or 15, but 4 is high. But you know what? I'll respect it. I'm rocking with it. 5 for DC. DC's literally my first ever favorite fighter. He's the one that really got me into the sport. I loved the rivalry with him and Jones, and I was always fucking confused why DC would get so overshadowed or like why he was the bad guy. So I'm all down for the love for DC in the top 5. 6 for Makhachev might be a little controversial, but it is what it is. 7 for Khabib. I kind of like that you got him like peas in a pod. You got the Makhachev and Khabib next to each other like the jacuzzi picture. 8 for Pantoja. Let's address the tiny ass elephant in the fucking room here, okay? I feel like that's very high, brother. Like, listen, Pantoja's title defenses, I know that everybody likes to say that, oh, he's very underrated and he deserves to be credited higher. I totally agree with that. I think Pantoja is underratedly entertaining. I think he's extremely well-rounded and is still improving. I think he's a very consistent, active champion who wants to reach GOAT status. I love that about Pantoja. I'm a Pantoja fan, but I just can't put him in the top fucking 10 yet, in my humble opinion. And I feel like even if we're just getting objective with it, a lot of people are rating the Kai Car-France and the Kaya Sakura wins like really highly. The Steve Erceg title defenses, like, these are kind of similar. I think they're still a level above, but they're around the same ballpark as like half of Demetrius Johnson's title defenses, which get a lot of shit from people. Now, the wins over Moreno, the wins over Royval, the wins over Kopp, like, Pantoja has some really good fucking wins, and he's going to face Joshua Van. That's going to be a great win if he gets past him. Van is like 8-1 in the UFC, made his way to a number 1 contender spot, but right now for Pantoja to be at number 8, I don't know, man. I think it's a bit wild. I think that some people need to push the brakes. I know that modern day competition is a lot more elite than, you know, previously in like the early 2010s and the mid 2010s, shit like that. And I get that flyweight especially has really been evolving over the past couple of years specifically, but I think Pantoja at 8 is a little crazy, man. I gotta be fucking honest with you. I'm all down for the respect for Pantoja, but I think Pantoja is one of these champions right now where all it took was like UFC 310 and UFC 316, and then boom, like everybody and their mother was just the hardcores for Pantoja. And I love putting respect on him, but I feel like we still need to pump the brakes a little bit. 4 title defenses is great, but I don't think, and especially for flyweight, I don't think that puts you in the top 8 greatest fighters of all time. Respectfully to Pantoja. 9 for Merab, I also think is a bit fucking high. Hey, you no, thank you so much for putting me in your top 10 GOAT list. Aljamain Sterling will forever be the GOAT. I can get down for Merab, slowly kind of climbing the ranks, and honestly, maybe for me, I'd probably put Merab in a similar spot. He is the bantamweight GOAT. He has one of the craziest 5-fight, I wouldn't say win streak, he's on like a fucking 10 plus fight win streak, but like one of the most impressive just 5-fight wins in a row, like Aldo, Piotr Jan, O'Malley, twice, blah, 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 blah. You know what the fuck it is. We've all been saying this from Merab. He's the bantamweight GOAT. I don't know, I could put him a little higher, a little lower, whatever, but I'm okay with this around that ballpark. 10 for Pereira is fucking high, my boy. I think if he would have beat Ankalaev, I feel like this is valid as fuck. Right now, I feel like him and Izzy are around like a similar ballpark between like 15 and 20, in my opinion. But again, the Pereira win, I love the wins over Prohajka. I think the win over Roundtree, the fact that he beat Hill is great. The fact that he was such an active champion, the fact that he beat Blachowicz, the fact that he beat Adesanya. Like, Pereira does have great wins. He's a top 20 in my opinion, maybe even top 15 for me. But 10, I think he would have had to beat Big Ang, who was the biggest contender for the division, the biggest test. This guy's actually able to mix it up. So Pereira is just, I feel like he's a little fucking high here, but I don't know. He would have just needed those 1 or 2 more wins. He was close, but it is what it is, man. Stipe at 11, I love that. Ilya at 12, I think that's totally fucking fair. 13 for Usman, I think that's great. 14 for Izzy is a little high. I wouldn't have that personally, but I can see what you're saying. I think that's fair. 15 for Aldo, love it. I think it's a great placement. And your honorable mentions as well. I think that's a pretty fair, like 16 through 18. I'd probably have Holloway a bit higher. It is what it is. Overall, what am I gonna rate this list? You know, I'm gonna give this like a 7 out of 10. I think this is a good list. Like, I like the GSP shit. I like most of these placements. I think Pantoja's too high. I think Pereira's too high. I think Izzy's a bit high. Shit like that. But in general, man, this is a good list. Kudos to Dustin Poirier, GOAT, man. In general, I fuck with most of it, but a couple things here and there I disagree with a little fucking bit. But moving on up next, Flynn MMA. Now let's just start this one off with number 1 GSP. We got 2 number 1s for GSP in a row. I fuck with that. I like this. Number 2 for Demetrius Johnson. That's a hot take, brother. That's a hot fucking take. I'm down for DJ in the top 10, top 15, but I mean, 2 is kind of fucking crazy, son. That's a very, like, title defense heavy kind of vibe. You got Makhachev at 3, I'm down for that. Volk at 4, I'm down for that. Khabib at 5 is a little high for me personally, but I understand it. Stipe at 6. It might be a little too high, but I'm down for it. I got all due respect for the heavyweight GOAT for now. And I say for now, fucking lightly here. I'm just a big Aspinall fan. I know that Aspinall's a few defenses away, but you know what I'm fucking saying. I'm down for Stipe at 6. Cormier right behind him makes perfect fucking sense. I personally have Cormier right above Miocic. I know that Miocic beat him twice, but people forget, man. Cormier still beat him 1 time, and I just like the resume of Cormier better. And again, only losing to the GOAT of the fucking sport in John Jones for a lot of people, and then the heavyweight GOAT for Miocic. There's no shame in that, man. And Cormier started training late. I'm pretty sure his first fucking MMA fight, he was 30 years old, so it's crazy, but I might be wrong on that, but it's around that ballpark. So number 8 for Topuria, I'm down for that. Number 9, Merab. Pretty sure that's what the last guy had. That's totally fucking fair. I could see it. 10 for Aldo. Might be a little high nowadays, but I'm still down for it. I could see it. 11 for Holloway. That's where it gets fucking tricky, right? Because are we going to put Aldo above Holloway, even though Holloway is probably above him in terms of his divisional status? Aldo's got great wins, man, but when your peak is around like that Chad Mendes level and you got Max Holloway who's beating everybody fucking else in the bloodline, and he's just right behind there, behind a guy like Volkanovski and Topuria and shit, I don't know, I'd personally have Holloway above, but I see what you're saying here. All due respect to the old heads, I guess, but number 12 for Usman, I like that. Number 13, Pantoja. This is more reasonable than having Pantoja in the top 8. I can understand this a little bit more. 14 for Pereira, again, similar to where like that's kind of around like a little bit higher to where I'd have Pereira, but it's similar. It's fucking similar. Like Pantoja at 13 and 14 is better than both of them, I feel like, in the top 10, in my fucking humble opinion. 15 for Adesanya, 16 for McGregor. Okay, here we go with the McGregor shot. Let's fucking talk about this, okay? Shoot your mouth. I'll put my balls on your forehead, you rat of a thing. I'm gonna put fucking McGregor, alright? In around like that top 30. Sorry for really hesitating, but there's a lot that appears in my mind, unfortunately. Jesus Christ. When I'm thinking of Conor McGregor nowadays, it's just all the coked up bullshit. It's him running for fucking the leadership of Ireland. It's him with the dick pic. I don't fucking know anymore. McGregor, when you think of his name nowadays, especially since that post-COVID era and when he's fighting Dustin P-Head in the trilogy, like, it just has such a negative connotation with it. Like, I don't want to be that people forget man kind of guy, but people are really forgetting about the legacy that McGregor did fucking have, man. His win streak really was impressive. His striking really was fucking beautiful to watch. The guy was quick, precise, and accurate, with scary power. Takedown defense was pretty solid, especially towards the latter end of his career. I don't know, man. I think McGregor is a top 30 fighter. I think that every year that goes by, I think he does go down. The fact that he didn't defend the lightweight belt, but and a couple of other things. He does have a few noticeable fucking losses, but in general, I'm down for McGregor being at 16, considering what he did for the fucking sport. Considering, like, he got it so far in terms of popularity and just putting it on the map. I'm down if we're going to include that a little bit. McGregor's the exception where you can kind of maybe sprinkle that fucking shit in a little bit. So it might be high for some people, even me included a bit here, but I'm down for the respect of McGregor. It's easy to fucking just shit on him and forget nowadays. 17 for Duplessis. I'm totally down for that. I like that placement. I think that... Oh, I should have mentioned this sooner. I'm just reading this now. Okay, no PED users. That makes way more fucking sense when you're removing the Anderson Silvas and the John Jones. I see that now. But okay, no PEDs... I probably should have fucking started with that. I'm sorry for just saying this now. No PED users, but... Fucking 17 for Dricus. I'm down for that. That's around where I have Dricus. I think Dricus is one win away from becoming the middleweight GOAT. I'm totally down for that. 18 for Sterling. I like that as well. I think that's fucking great. 19 for Ngannou. I think that's great as well. And 20 for Oliveira. I fuck with this. Okay, I fuck with this list. Okay, like the no PED users, I can respect that. I think that's kind of that's a pretty fair fucking call, to be honest. You cheat, you're out. I think that's fair. GSP at 1, I dig that. I think the only couple of things that I kind of really disagree with here is Demetrius Johnson being at fucking 2. All right, again, another tiny elephant in the room here. We got to address that shit. Khabib at 5, I just feel like it's kind of fucking high, my boy. And other than that, I really fuck with this list. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. I really like this list. Flynn MMA, I tip my Ben Askren throw to you, brother. I fuck with this one. Moving on up next to Bear Down 01. And we're starting off here with number 1. He says it's John Jones. All right, here we go with the first guy to actually have John Jones as number 1. People fucking forget, man. Number 2 for GSP. That's valid as fuck. Mighty Mouse at 3. Okay, y'all like really putting respect on Mighty Mouse. I love the Mighty Guru show, and I love Mighty Mouse, but Jesus Christ, y'all have him very fucking highly. That's crazy. Number 4 for Silva. Okay, so you have the traditional Mount Rushmore, I'm saying. Okay, you got the traditional big 4. I see you. That's the vibe you're setting. That's fucking fair. Whatever. Okay. Number 5 for Makhachev and number 6 for Volk. Okay, I see for you. You probably got the mindset of Volk needs a couple more, Makhachev needs 1 or 2 more, and then he's going to probably crack them around Rushmore. You have a very coveted Rushmore. You probably value title defenses a lot. Okay, if this is the vibe you're setting, I can accept this. You got Aldo at 7 as well. Of course you do. That kind of plays. I'm not saying that disrespectfully, but that makes sense if, Mighty Mouse and Silva are in your top 4. That makes sense. Taporia at 8, okay, I could dig that. DC at 9, I love that. Usman at 10 might be a little high, but I'm down for it. Stipe at 11, I'm down for that as well. Khabib at 12, some people might say that's fucking low. I'm down for that. To be honest. I haven't really seen somebody's list where I actually have Khabib higher, to be honest, but this is actually the case. 13 for Triple C, man, that's fucking high, bro. That's fucking high, man. I'm gonna be honest. I fuck with Triple C. I feel like I don't see him in a lot of people's top 20 or top 25, which is kind of crazy. He's around that 20 to 25 range for me. 13's high though, man. 13's high. I'm gonna fucking be real with you. 14 for Holloway. Okay, I'm down for that. I'd put him a lot higher, but I can see what you're saying. 15 for Izzy. Again, y'all love that sweet spot for 15 for Izzy. Another 16 for Connor. Again, I already said before I could dig that. 17 for Pereira. I love that placement. Me personally, I know a lot of people have him higher, but I'm down for that. 18 for Cruz. Little fucking... Did you put Marab on this list? Let me see. Okay. Oh, you did. You got Marab at 20. So 18 for Cruz. Dominic Cruz. So you have him as the bantamweight GOAT. 19 for Pantoja. Me personally, I like that a lot. I think that's pretty fair for Pantoja. You could have him a little higher, a little lower, whatever the fuck. I see you. But finally, someone that doesn't have Pantoja in that top fucking 10 or something. And 20 for Marab. So you're not putting too much respect on the bantamweights, but I see what you got going on here. You heavily respect the oldies. You really value a lot of title defenses, the Aldos and the Silvas and the Mighty Mouses, the DCs, all that shit. And you're kind of waiting for Islam and Volk and Ilya, those 3 names, to really crack up that extra level. And Marab as well. You got Marab and Pantoja at least in the fucking top 20. This list, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. There's some parts I like about it, but I feel like a lot of guys I would rather have kind of a lot lower or a lot higher, in my fucking humble opinion. Marab is pretty low. Cruz is on this list in general, which is fine, but above Marab is a little wild. Triple C at 13. And then having kind of just the traditional, Jones, GSP, Mighty Mouse, and Silva as the top 4 is fine. I think a lot of people do have that, but I feel like we're entering the age where that's kind of getting shaken up, and especially Silva and Mighty Mouse are dropping a little bit. So I feel like it's fine. This is still a very solid list. I'm down. I rock with a lot of it, but I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. It's not bad. It's more on the good end of things, but there's just a few fucking things I got to disagree with here, in my opinion. Moving on up next, this one's a little bit of a fucking quickie we got here, but AMR G.O.A.T saying that number 1 is Volk. Here we fucking go. We got somebody for Volkanovski as the GOAT. Number 2 for GSP, number 3 for Makhachev, number 4 for DC, and number 5 for DJ. So you didn't include any no PED users or any shit like that. So I don't know if you are not including them, whatever the fuck. But at the end of the day, Volk at 1. I love Volk, my genuine favorite fighter. You got him as the fucking profile picture. I see you, but I think that's crazy, man. I think that's a little wild, and I can get down with it. I think Volk is a top 3 worthy greatest of all time. He's personally in my top 5. He's probably around like my 4 through 5 spot, somewhere in there. I got all due love for Volkanovski. He's one of the best to ever do it. So well-rounded. Great wrestling, especially on the defensive end of things. And even offensively, he's got great ground and pound, great takedown entries. His striking is fantastic. He's got great volume and a solid amount of power. Like, Volkanovski is fucking amazing. But as the GOAT of the sport, when he's already got knocked up by Topuria, when he's already got knocked up by, and technically lost twice, I'm sorry to fucking say it. I'm sorry to say it, but he did lose twice. 1.5 times at least. Close decision. I know second time coming off the couch. I don't really rate the second one too highly, but the first one, it is what it is, man. Like, I think that Volkanovski just cannot be the GOAT when he's lost to 2 guys, like, I don't know, and just multiple kind of guys that are also in the GOAT list contention right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was just the one very close decision against Makhachev, like, okay, I could see that, but the fact that he did come around, I sound like that sounds so fucking ass backwards. I know I just said I don't rate the second knockout win over Volk that highly for Makhachev, but it did happen. Like, I can't just completely ignore it, and the fact that it is still, even though it's an off-the-couch tubby Volkanovski, it still is Volk. He still is very fucking elite. He still would beat most of the lightweight and featherweight divisions if he is coming off the couch after a week. So it's just the fact that he was going against Makhachev. So I personally wouldn't have him as the very top elite GOAT, but I can see what you're saying. I can get down for this. GSP at 2, I love it. Makhachev at 3, I love it. DC at 4 is pretty fucking high, but I'd probably move him down a couple of spots, but I could put some respect on DC. I got all love for DC, and DJ at 5, again, is a bit high, but it is what it is. Like, I'd move him down a few, but I'm cool with it. So for this one, man, what am I going to rate this? I'm going to give this one a 6 out of 10 as well, because I feel like GSP and Islam Makhachev, it's perfect. I feel like DJ's a bit high, DC's a bit high, but I can fucking respect it. And Volk at 1, again, he does belong on this list in your top 5, but I feel like as the GOAT is a little crazy. So I'm going to have, if there was a little more depth and I saw the rest of your list, I could probably give you a higher number, but I'm only working with the little fucking names here. So I'm going to give this one a 6 out of 10, man. It's solid. Moving on up next to Ben coming in here. And all right, I feel like you got to be fucking with me, which is fine. Fair play to you, brother. But you got Tim Sylvia at 1. You got Benson Henderson. People forget about those cow kicks, man. At number 2, Randy Couture. Randy Couture at number 3. Leon Mumblemat. Well, now I know you're fucking with me. All right, I see you with the fucking high five goes profile picture. You know who else has Randy Couture as the 3rd greatest of all time? You got Leon Edwards at number 4. You got Usman at 5. So first, all right, you're fucking with me. And if you're not fucking with me, then we got a different problem here. And you got GSP at 6. I'll give this a 10 out of respect for trying to brain rob me. I don't got dick to say about this. I'm sorry, bro. But you know what? You gave me a solid laugh. I appreciate you. High five goes. Moving on up next to Jay Shiesty, saying that Islam Makhachev is at number 1. Okay, I wouldn't necessarily put him as the GOAT of the sport, but we're getting after it. I see you right away setting the tone. Volk at 2. I see you. I see where you're going for. Okay, Merab at 3. This is kind of a Lucas Tracy-esque vibe you're going for here, and that's fine. Lucas Tracy, I think there were some rough parts of that list, but there were some also fucking solid parts. Okay, but you're going for the much more modern era of fighters above all. I can dig that. So Islam at 1, Volk at 2, Merab at 3, GSP at 4, and Topuria at 5. Pantoja at 6. Okay, so 5 of your top 6 are modern era fighters. Okay, so that's the vibe you're going for here. 7 for DJ, 8 for Khabib, 9 for DC, and 10 for Max. You know, Shiesty, I gotta be honest with you, bro. I kind of love but hate your list. Alright? I just can't fucking decide where on the spectrum here. Makhachev at 1 and Volk at 2 and Merab at 3, okay? Merab at 3 I feel like is way too fucking high. I think Merab is top 10 worthy, but I don't think he's really cracked the top 5 yet. I think he's got to set the title defense record at least. He's one away from it. He's probably going to beat Sandhagen. That's going to be a great look, and then we can start moving him up even more. He's a top 10 for sure, getting close to top 5, but I feel like we got to push the fucking brakes. We got to push the fucking brakes a little bit here, man. Merab is fantastic, but yeah, I feel like we gotta push. I don't know how else to word it, man, but you really do just gotta slow down a bit. Longevity is everything, especially for these GOAT conversations, and I know some people treat it like a literal ranking, like a pound for pound, it could change after every fight, and I understand that. I think that's kind of fucking fair, but I also think there's a way where you kind of have to let the dust settle a bit, let the tumbleweeds actually fucking pass before you start understanding who won the shootout, alright? That was one of the most literally retarded analogies I've ever come up with. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, all right? Listen, what I like about this list, I can respect that you're getting after it with the more modern fighters up top. I can dig that. You're setting the tone. You value the modern day competition a lot more. I can get behind that. You got Khabib at 8. I love that. DJ at 7. I'm okay with that. That's pretty actually fucking fair. I'm down for DJ at 7. I actually like that placement. DC at 9. I love that. Holloway at 10. Hey, it is what it is, but I'm down for that. I'm fucking down. I'm going to give this, what the fuck should I give this? I'll give this like a 7 out of 10. I like this. I like it, but I don't like it. I would put GSP higher. I'd put Pantoja a lot fucking lower. A lot lower. Why is it just settling into me right now that you put Pantoja at 6 and right above DJ? No. Hold on. That shit flew over my fucking head like the goddamn cuckoo's nest. DJ, man, he's just, I know that a lot of people like to make this argument like Pantoja, it's the modern day competition, and DJ's title defenses, you can't name more than 3. But at the end of the day, like, you can name more than 3 for Pantoja because he's active right now and the sport is bigger than it's ever been and the division is technically better than it's ever been. But again, man, for every Tim Elliott for DJ is a fucking Joseph Benavidez, sorry. So I would still say that DJ is above Pantoja for now as the flyweight GOAT. I think DJ's worthy of being in the top 7. I think that's fair, but I wouldn't have him in the top 3 or 4. But Pantoja at 6, man. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? How the fuck is that even a question? But I don't know. I like Holloway at 10. I like... How should I word this? I like the top and the bottom of your list, but you're kind of fucking with me in the in-between. Like Topuria at 5 and Pantoja at 6 and GSP at 4 and Merab at 3. It's the middle section, man. And you also don't have John Jones in here, which I can dig that. I'm all for that, but I don't know, man. I'll give this a 6.5. I don't like that Pantoja at 6, man. I'm sorry. I'll give this a 6.5. This is a solid list. There's some good elements to it. You're being ballsy with it. I see what you're going for, but... I don't know, man. I feel like there's not enough respect in a weird way, but being put on the old heads a bit here, which is kind of crazy, but I don't know. I like your bottom, the list specifically a lot. And now, again, a couple elements here. I fuck with this list. I'll give it all right. Moving on up next to MMA is Fun 12. Here we fucking go. Y'all gotta be fucking with me with this Mighty Mouse shit. Is it just that? What is it about the Mighty Mouse thing, bro? I love Mighty Mouse. I think he's one of the greatest fighters of all time. He was so precise. He was so technical. He was so well-rounded. He had incredible fight IQ. He was so dangerous on the ground. He was slick on the feet. He was durable as hell. But for Mighty Mouse, you have him as the GOAT. You have him as number 1. A lot of people have him as 2 or 3. Am I missing something? Be honest with me, chat, because y'all are the fans. Y'all are submitting this to me. Am I really in the minority here? I fucking might be, dude. GSP at 2. I'm down for that. Shogun at 3. Here we go with the old head shit, bro. I see you. Stipe at 4. I think that's a little high, but I can get down for that. And Volk at 5. I love that. So... you know what? I'll give this list, I'll give this a 5 out of 10. Shogun at 3, which is solid. That's like an average list, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not saying that mine's fucking better. I don't even fucking have one. But I'm going to say Shogun at 3 is a little fucking wild. I'm going to say Stipe at 4 is fucking a little bit high here. And I'm going to say Mighty Mouse at 1. That's the real thing here, okay? Shogun at 3 and Mighty Mouse at 1. If you want to have GSP at 2 and Stipe at 4 and Volk at 5, I think that's great. So you know what? I'll give you a 6 out of 10. But I'll get 6 out of 10. I think that's fucking fair. Shogun at 3, though, is just such a people forget, man. Joe Rogan talking to Topuria and Prohajka on the podcast with the same 18 takes. Kind of a vibe. Mighty Mouse at 1 is the same thing. Like, this is a very Joe Rogan-esque list, and that's okay, but Joe Rogan, are you fucking commenting on my shit? I appreciate you, brother. You can use your main account. I won't judge you, but yeah, I'll give this a 6 out of 10. Solid list, but also, what the fuck are you doing a little bit here, man? I'm sorry, bro. Jesus Christ. Moving on up next to Malcolm Wellmaker's the GOAT. I can get behind this, all right? I see you with the profile picture, man. I see you with the username, all right? Malcolm Wellmaker's the GOAT saying number 1 for GSP. All right, I'm down for that. I love that. Number 2 at Islam. Okay, I see you. Number 3 for Volk. Okay, you're setting the tone good. Number 4 for Jones. I can get behind this, to be honest. I can get behind this. John Jones, the thing about his legacy is, for the longest fucking time, and until extremely fucking recently, I mean, I've always hated John Jones. He's always been the only fighter that's ever gotten such a negative reaction out of me and has really affected my life. Jesus Christ, but... I've always had somewhat of respect for his legacy and always this respect of like, for the amount of just time he's had at the top, for the amount of names he's beaten, for the amount of decades that he's been involved in the UFC, and he's still been able to win at the highest fucking level relatively, okay? I understand the Cyril Gane and the Miocic shit and the Dominic Reyes rematch that he never got, and the fact that he lost the fight to begin with against Reyes, and, you know, the whole 2018 to 2021 run wasn't that impressive, so, I don't know, there's a lot of things about, and the whole ducking Tom Aspinall, like, I always thought that John Jones' legacy, at least I kind of respected it, but when I'm realizing all these things as of late, everything that I just mentioned and even fucking more, and just the fact that he's not the representative I kind of want to have for the sport. I know sometimes that legacy should just really speak for itself. Like, you can't deny the resume, you can't deny the things he's done, but also you kind of can. All the pullouts, all the PED testings that he's just popped for multiple times, and it's just John Jones, man, the ducking or the arguably losing, and it's like just sometimes just not being the most impressive, and it's just John Jones really is worthy of being the GOAT, but he's also someone that you kind of want to have as far away from it at the same fucking time. It's a bit of a double-edged sword there with Jones. So I honestly, if somebody has John Jones at number 1, or somebody doesn't even have him in their fucking list, I feel like that's fair as fuck. So Jones at 4, my point is, I'm down for that. Topuria at 5, okay, I see what you're going for here, a little bit behind Volkan Islam, getting close to it, I see you. DC at 6, I love that. DJ at 7, okay, I'm down for that. It's more realistic than Mighty Mouse at 1, Jesus fucking Christ. Number 8 for Merab, I can get behind that. Number 9 for Khabib, I like that as well. Number 10 for Stipe, I like that. 11 for Usman, I like that. Number 12 for Pantoja, at least it's not the top 6. I like that. Number 13 is Holloway, I like that. 14 for Alex Pereira, okay, I have him around the similar ballpark. Number 15 is Anderson Silva, that's around where I have him. Okay, my sir, I gotta clap it up for you. I gotta clap it up. I'm gonna give this one like a 9 out of 10. I really fucking like this list. I like that John Jones, you're putting a little disrespect but also respect on it. I really like your top 3. I like, you're not someone that's rating DJ super high or super low, or the same with Merab or Khabib. Like, I love where you have them. I love your 11 through 15. Those are all guys I could see around the same fucking ballpark. Like, I know I've been making Pantoja a very hot take in this fucking episode, but the thing is, man, like 12 and 13 and shit like that, like that's a lot more reasonable than the top 6 or 8, y'all, Jesus. But I know it's close on paper, but it's also fucking not. So, I really like this list. I don't know what I gave it. I said like an 8 or a 9, whatever the fuck. It's going to be on your screen. Like an 8 or a 9, man. I really agree with this list, and I don't know if we just have, me and you have similar opinions on the GOAT list or whatever the fuck, but for me personally, I think this is pretty fucking fair. Like Topuria at 5 and fucking Anderson Silva at 15. I fuck with this list, man. There's a couple of things I would disagree with or put higher or lower or different names, but in general, like I think this is a great fucking list. Objectively, I think I fucking rock with this. And moving on to, I believe, the last one we fucking got here, man. Coming from Gavin Floyd, who has GSP at number 1, okay, pretty fucking fair. John Jones at number 2, I see you with that. Cormier at 3, you know what, I could see you. 4 for me, well actually Cormier at 3 is kind of fucking high, let's be real. Cormier at 3 is pretty fucking crazy, that's very high. I love DC, but he's more of a top 10 than a top 3. 4 for Stipe, again, a little fucking high for Stipe, but it is what it is, and Volkanovski at 5, so what the fuck should I give this, man? I like that you have GSP at 1, I like that you have Jones at 2, and I like that you have Volk at 5. It's DC and Stipe being really high up there that I kind of disagree with. Me fucking personally, I think they're more of like a top 6 through 10 kind of a vibe. Like they're the GOATs or very close to it for DC for their divisions, and they've done so much, but I feel like there's a bit of these guys like a Makhachev or like a Volkanovski and shit like that that have just done a bit more in the lighter weight classes and shit like that. I don't fucking know, but I got all love for Daniel Cormier and Stipe Miocic, 2 of my favorite fighters of all time, and I think they deserve to be in the top 10, but I think this is a little high. I'm going to give this a 6.5 out of 10. I like most of the list, and I don't even think this is that crazy of a take. Like, I feel like we're not really stretching it out too far. Like, Cormier, what would he be? Let's say maybe a 7, so you're moving up to 3. And Stipe, what would he be? Like an 8? You're moving up to 4. So it's not too crazy relatively. I fuck with this. I'm very curious to see what the rest of your list would have been. I'm going to give this a 6.5 out of 10. I do like this. I think there's good elements to it, but it's those two big boys you got right there at the very tippity top that I might be disagreeing with here, man. And that's going to be it for this video, y'all. I mean, Jesus Christ, let me know what you think in the comments below. Which of the GOAT lists do you think were the best? Which ones do you think were the worst? Which ones do you disagree with the most or disagree with the least? And let me know your opinions in the comments below. Like, if you didn't get a chance to be featured in the video or shit like that, like, let me know your opinions in the comments below. Let's see your GOAT list and your opinions. And I've never really officially dropped my GOAT list for the channel, so if this infuriates you to see me going over your guys' GOAT list and you don't even know mine, then I will totally fucking do one. Like, I really don't even have a good reason why I haven't done one yet. I'm totally open to it. I'm totally fucking down for it. I feel like the reason why I haven't is just because I know how many people do the GOAT list videos, and I kind of just don't want to be kind of thrown in there. But also, I'm down to fucking throw my name in the hat. I feel like I don't have that bad of a list, but also, I don't even know my list. I'd have to kind of fucking think about it. But if that's something you guys want to hear out of me and you guys want to see my GOAT list, let me know in the comments below. Maybe just drop it randomly, maybe a 2K subscriber special, maybe a little something. But in general, man, I appreciate y'all for making this far in the video. To everybody who submitted your list, I really fucking appreciate it, man. I tried to give y'all some pretty fucking solid ratings here, man. And in general, thank y'all so very much for giving me your time and attention. I hope you would like this little different change of pace for this episode of Hot Takes, man. Try to change it up a little bit here, man. So let me know what you guys fucking think in the comments below. All the smoke here. Appreciate y'all fucking endlessly. Hope you have a good one, boys. And I will see you all next time.